All drivers are out on circuit currently, and there's a little spin for the new Sauber driver going towards the final few corners. Got a little bit on the curb and all out of shape as he goes to set up his first flying lap. Here we go then, see what times this Sauber can put on the board. This is the first ever Sauber driver in BRL history. Didn't have one in season 1, but we're going to have one in season 2 to take to the road. As we also have Christian starting his lap 2. But round the final corner, the Sauber will go to the line. What time is Johnny going to put on the board as a marker, as a 1:16.1? Christian, round the final corner. What time is he going to put on the board? It's going to be a 1:13.1, 3 seconds faster. As we have the other new shining armour Red Bull of Josh, who's leading the title race. Simon round the final corner. What's he going to get? On the board is a 1:14.1, and Lachlan to put a 1:14.7, which is a pretty decent lap for his standards so far. As we are, as Louis also set a time as well. I didn't notice. A 1:13.7 puts him second. What can he pick up for the Red Bull team as they are in 4th? They're going to want to get as many points as possible from today's race and gain towards Mercedes, who are up at the top end by, pretty sure it's about 30 points on second. But here we go then. Is he going to get provisional pole, Josh? Has he got pole last time out? Is it going to be now? And it is. It's a 1:12.5 for the Red Bull as he goes 6/10 faster than his teammate. Regardless, here comes Lachlan for his second run to the line. Is he going to improve? The Alpine does. It's a 14.1. He's just shy of Simon in 4th. He's been looking much quicker today. He's shown that he's got pace in the first season. If anyone watching saw the results from season 1, he did win a race. Podiums there as well. I think he got a 100% podium record in the races he did attend in the second half of the season, because he wasn't there for the first. Round the final corner though, here comes the Mercedes to the line, as it's going to be only 3rd fastest, as he's just very, very close to Christian. It's the Red Bulls on top for now. Josh keeps provisional pole from formerly driving for Haas. Round the final corner, Josh is going to go, the red light blinking, and he does improve to take that pole position time down by 2/10 to 1:12.3. Nearly a second faster than his teammate, who's 8/10 behind, as Christian, the other Red Bull, is also on a flyer. As he's coming around the final corner now. Red light on. What's the time going to be? It's a 1:13.0, only slightly improved by a 10th or so. Around the long right-hander of turn 12. Here comes Flicks into the pit lane. Goes both Red Bulls after their second runs. He just oversteps the line, and he goes second fastest, does Flicks, improving his time by, I think that was 3/10, 2/10, somewhere around there, but he stuck it on the front row. It will be second fastest for now. He wants a shot, 4/10 off for now. Around the final corner, Louis will go, pushing it to the line, and he will improve, but it's not enough to go 3rd. As we have a yellow flag in sector 2. Not sure what that's for, and that's Lachlan who's gone round. As I just heard, someone in the wall, and that is Lachlan, who's struck the pit lane entry barrier and lost his entire front wing. As well as see Simon dart into the pit lane very aggressively, and he's in the wall. Simon has just smashed into the barrier, but somehow the car's still moving, and Flicks has just been disqualified for driving the wrong way. He He's been disqualified from the entire session as he drops down to the bottom row. His teammate behind him's on a 113 dead. Louis to the line. Is he going to displace him? He does improve, but just barely. It's not even close enough as he's just about 2 tenths off. It looks like that could be it, as he's just lost control of the car there. I'm not sure what that was about. So we have Christian starting his lap 2, and out off into the gravel is Johnny by the final corner. That could cause some problems, the drivers, unless he gets out of the way in time. To the line goes Lachlan as he's going past. A little scare. I'm not sure whether he improved or not. But Johnny is just sat on the track, and he has been disqualified for parking in a dangerous position. As I think Simon improved too. But isn't enough as he goes 4th fastest. Lachlan's had a spin and retired from the session. It's all going off here in Spain. Christian stopped his lap. Louis in the pit lane. Simon's retired too. And is Josh even going to do a lap? I'm not sure whether the point would be worth doing a lap. I'm not sure how much time we have to go. I think that will be it. This has been a pretty intense end to the session. As yeah, that'll be it. That is your grid order on the left side for the race. The Red Bulls on the front row. Oh, as we've seen, someone's disqualified from the formation lap, but 5 red lights anyway. The Spanish Grand Prix, and away we go. The Red Bulls lead the way. It's a brilliant start from Louis off the line as we see him burst up into the 2nd position. Wheel to wheel with Josh going into turn 1 as they head in there. And there's a tangle. The Williams has lost it and he's gone off. And he's now at the bottom of the order. Josh leads the way by 7 tenths to his teammate as both Williams are now, both Mercedes I should say, are side by side. Flicks and Louis are side by side through the long right-hander. Louis will take the position for now as Flick's going to come back at him. And they're both fighting these Mercs. As I think Flicks has taken the position from his teammate. Josh is leading the way. And what a start that was from Josh to keep the position. Josh is in the lead, followed by his teammate Christian, Flicks, Louis, Johnny, Lachlan, and then Simon. That's all creating a slipstream train down into turn 1, and they're all very close to each other. The top 4 only separated by a 1.5 seconds, I believe, if my maths is correct. And tried to cause problems. Louis just settling in behind his teammate. It's a good thing to do. Try not to overtake on a straight like that when there's cars ahead. It could lose you time. As behind us is the battle between these 3. And there's a front end plate that's gone in. It looks like it's Simon's, and off into the grass is Lachlan. And these 2 are still continuing to battle. Simon and Johnny. As they continue on going. Simon has lost the end plate on the front right, and they're still going to battle on. Lachlan's just come back on the track now. And these 2 have done nothing but fight so far. As we ride on boards with Christian behind his teammate. Getting the DRS and slipstream to keep close. Soon we shall see those softs fall apart if they can keep the mediums in the right window. The Red Bulls could excel here, and Josh has gone round, and the Red Bulls have tangled. Josh has spun it, and Christian has hit his teammate, and the Red Bulls have crashed together. Christian is still going, and the Mercs are all over them. Christian still leads the way with the broken end plate, And Flicks is going to be... No, it's going to be Louis all over the back of Christian. Going down into turn 1. He's going to go on the inside. He's going to push him all the way to the inside. Flicks around the outside. He's off the circuit and they're all tangled. Flicks has got off wide back on the track. And I thought they must have made contact there, but they didn't. I think they were ghosted. Christian will still remain in the lead. What a Grand Prix this has been so far. As we could see a new leader by the end of this lap. As there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. As though he's going to go around the outside of Christian. He's pushed wide. But Christian still remains in the lead. As it's ever so close between these two. For the fight, I'm not sure what the yellow flag was for back there. But Simon has gotten very close to the back of the Red Bull of Josh. It's not a great debut for the Red Bull driver. As here we go down the straight into turn 1. What can we see happen here between these three? As though he's going to dart to the outside. Flicks to the inside with 3 wide. And they make contact and they're all gone off. They've all gone off the circuit. Christian loses the lead. Flicks is in the lead now. As they've all tangled. The 2 Mercs and the Red Bull. It's all chaos here in Spain. As we find a new leader in Flicks. Absolutely extraordinary stuff here. As the drivers are all tangling together. No space between them. As Louis lost out the most out of there. I thought he's lucky to not get any damage. As there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. Not sure what for yet. As they come round the slingshot right, and Louis going to get the run. And the Mercs are back past the Red Bulls. And Christian can't do anything as he is completely defenceless against them. As we saw the yellow flag, and it was Johnny to go round. As the Red Bull of Josh is also closing in slowly to the back of Christian. As the 3 are now going to continue this fight on as Christian goes slightly wide onto the gravel. Here comes Flicks to break the slipstream to his teammate. He's doing no team favours here as he wants to remain in the lead. 2 very good, smart drivers. The Mercs just waited to see those Red Bulls crumble under the pressure as the Mercs will take the lead, and it's Christian into the pit lane as he dives in to change that front wing, essentially to go to the end on the hards, I believe, as there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. I'm not sure who that's for. It's for Johnny. I think he's being lapped currently by the 2 Mercs. As they get by, no problems, as he's ghosted. He's going to need to get within a second to get anywhere closer to Louis. As Louis all over the back of his teammate here. As he's going to go for the move up on the inside of his teammate. And he's not going to get it. They're both touch. But the Mercs are still on. They're causing their own problems now. Fighting over the lead. But this is a championship fight as there's only about 5 or 6 points between these two. There's no team orders here. Josh is now within a second. I wonder whether that grants him DRS. I think it will. Louis now onto the back of his teammate. Josh's rear wing is open as he's going to approach. There's only half a second between the 3 cars. And now, going down into turn 1, it remains as the order started. Attempts between them. Louis seems to be struggling slightly. I wonder whether he's going to pit this lap. As Flicks goes into the pit lane, so does Louis. They're double stacking the Mercedes. And Josh is going to go out into the lead. And this is not going to be good for Louis, as he's going to lose time under the pit stop. Let's see now who will be out ahead. As Louis is out ahead by quite a distance. As we have a yellow flag in Sector 2. I'm not sure what for. And that is Johnny, who's spun round. Not a great debut for the Sauber driver. He's already got a pit lane penalty and he has gone round. It's 19 seconds is what splits the championship leader, the race leader. It's another yellow flag in Sector 2. Not sure who for. As I think it was just the remainder of the yellow flag for the previous spin with Johnny. As into the pit lane comes Josh, as I think he was very close to hitting the wall there. As he will get to the line without a penalty. As I think Flicks is going to be in the lead of the race. He will be. Quite a distance too. As Josh will come out of the pit lane, as there's another penalty for Johnny, as that will actually be a 10-second time penalty now. 2 5s. As you should ignore the 10-second time penalty, it is a 5 in this league. 3.5 seconds separate Flicks and Josh, as a new fastest lap goes to Flicks as it's a 1:15.7. Louis then beats it with a 1:15.6 as he seems to be on the ball too. As Flicks will cross the line to start lap 14 with a fastest lap, a 1:15.4. Here we go then, he is in the range of DRS. Is the Mercedes driver, he's going very fast. Flicks has just set the fast lap on a 1:15.3. DRS flap has opened for Louis. 8 tenths behind, he's going to get ever so close. I don't think he's going to go for a move this lap, but look how close he is to the back of that Red Bull. It's around the final corner they come. Louis is going to be all over the back of Josh as he saved up this battery that entire lap just to have 7 tenths ahead, and he will remain ahead now. As in the background, you can see Christian slowly emerging. I think he was closer than what he was before. Obviously, those hards not going to be the greatest tyre because the red light isn't flickering, so you could see that he's not actually charging up any of the battery, but he's still trying to remain with pace. And Louis touched the back of Josh. I'm not sure whether that's any wing damage. I don't think so, as the nose just hit the back of the car as they did collide. Wasn't very forceful as they still continue on. I think Louis come out of that without any damage, fortunately for him, and so has Josh. Around the final corner they come. They are very close now, half a second is the gap as it was 7 tenths before. It could be a move opportunity for Louis now as he's got no ERS left, and the DRS has not carried him close enough to make a move just yet. Oh, around the outside, Louis nearly went of Josh as this Red Bull seems to be all over the place in the middle sector, and sector 2 seems to be struggling. This Mercedes wanting to get by. On the brakes they go. Louis doesn't crash into him this time. As they're going to go on to the main straight now, you would believe that Louis is going to get this position here. As here he comes. That rear flap opens. And he's going to go to the inside, to the outside, back to the inside again. He was so indecisive in the move. Sticks his wheel up the inside, but Josh manages to keep hold of it. I'm not sure what Louis was doing there. He could have just picked away and gone with it. But he was so indecisive, he didn't end up getting the move in the end. As he's still so close. Time is slowly draining for these two. As Josh has just gone a bit squirrely on the exits, Louis gone round the outside. Double lock-up for Josh. As round the outside goes Louis, and he's made the move. The Merc is up to second. And the Mercedes team will be loving that move. Round the outside, the Red Bull is left in the dust. That's a brilliant move. Those mediums seem to be working very well as onto the gravel he goes. But Josh is not too far away yet, as only 3 tenths separate them. We could see Josh retake this second place. It's crucial for the championship as these two are fighting. As it stands, Louis will be leading the championship and Flicks will ever get closer to these two. You're going to see that Red Bull rear flap open and the ERS both on overtake for the pair. As to the outside, you'd assume, goes Josh. And they're both wheel to wheel. Round the outside. They're both on the inside. They don't make contact. It's a brilliant move by the Red Bull to get back second place. It's a brilliant move in there by Josh. As Louis just lost out on second place for now, as we have 3.5 laps to go. So go around the long right hand and the slingshot. Louis onto the gravel slightly, but keeps the car steady. As he's going to go for a move up on the inside. The Merc's gone for it. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. I don't know what for, but the Mercedes driver has gone into second place. What a move that was. Well, I don't know whether that's costed him the time or the position. Going down the straight now, as the Red Bull's going to be behind him as we start the final lap of the Grand Prix. If Josh overtakes him now, it could be pivotal. for the championship. Josh to the inside. He's going to go for it. Josh has done it. They bang wheels, but Josh is ahead. The Red Bull remains ahead after plenty of fighting, plenty of battling throughout this Grand Prix. This is a brilliant race. The best I've ever seen from BRL. What racing, and it's not over yet. Only 2.5 tenths separate the two drivers. As Louis all over the back of him, he can make a move at some point. He's going to have to, if he wants this second place and to be ahead of Josh in the championship. He's all got it crossed up there, as he's lost loads of time. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. I don't think Louis is going to get it. And Lachlan's gone round, and he's completely taken off that entire front wing. As we pan back to the 2, Flix is going to cross the line to make it his second win of the season. The Mercedes driver did everything he could today as he wins in Spain. And these two coming around the final corner. What a bit of racing and sportsmanship between these two. The Red Bull driver on pole comes home for second. Crucial points to take the lead of the championship. And Louis to finish third. What about that? Christian, the Red Bull, to finish fourth. Simon fifth. Lachlan is going to take his time without a front wing, but he will finish sixth once again for the 5th time. And Johnny will finish dead last in 7th.